Hey, let's talk about the unemployment stuff some more because there's interesting stuff there. 888 billion allocated by Congress. At peak of COVID, 23 million people lost their jobs. People were often paid more not to find work. 191 billion. Now, this is an estimate by OIG, stolen by criminals and con artists from around the world. I already mentioned that. If this money had been left in the States, 1/4 of all road and bridge repairs needed in the United States could have been made with this amount of money. That's how much money this was that went to criminal organizations. The Wall Street Journal, April 28, 2020, had a great article. And here's a quote from there. Coronavirus relief often pays workers more than work. Roughly half of all U.S. workers stand to earn more in unemployment benefits than they did at their jobs before the pandemic shutdown. Employers say the government relief is complicating plans to reopen. Why is that? You can't compete. When someone's paying you more not to work, which, by the way, sounds like communism to me or socialism, how can you compete with that as an employer trying to get your business back going? People will ask, hey, how did this theft happen? How did the criminal actors perpetrate the thefts? Buying hacked stolen identities from the dark web, $2 a pop, and in most states, that was all that was needed. You could get everything you needed for $2 to file a claim on the dark web. But we already know we paid dead people. In California, $420 million was paid to prisoners on death row. The numbers...
I hadn't seen that one.
Yeah, $420 million.
I may have to take a break and get stored in Advil here. Hang on a second.
Right. I'm going to say it again. In California, $420 million was paid to prisoners on death row. The amount of fraud seems to be about 15% on the state side, state to state. About 15% of all payments made were fraudulent. In Maryland, for some reason, they had a huge issue. They've since determined that at least 50% of all the claims filed were fraudulent. Not only could you make more for not working than working, people were actually stealing identities and making completely fraudulent claims and collecting money for people other than themselves. I remember seeing a news story, and I think it was local here in California, about someone going out to their mailbox and getting like a stack of 20 envelopes from the state. Somebody had filed all these different unemployment claims and used their address.